The game of the week, I think, ended up being the A&M game as they were down 30-3 at half
At home too.
at home, and Rally scored 28 straight in the second half. They had a 4th and 12 from midfield on that first drive and decided to go for it. Marcel Reed ended up scrambling, and I think 2 plays later, he threw a 30-yard touchdown pass, and then they scored on 4 straight drives to take the lead. But, I mean, regardless, you're down 30-3, you figure out a way to win, and that's the name of the game. You're A&M, you've got some room for error because you haven't lost yet, but you don't wanna create that and, lose that game against South Carolina because then that takes away that room for error that you have.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting, to get that spot in the SEC title game as well. You lose that, you're probably, in a several way tie with one loss with a couple other teams. It was an important game. They finally, I guess, woke up at halftime because they came out and just absolutely dominated that second half.
Well, Marcel Reed had 2 picks and a lost fumble. One of the lost fumbles was picked up and returned for a touchdown in the first half by South Carolina, but he ends up finishing with a career-high 439 yards and 3 TDs. Just an incredible second half. As like I said, they went on to score 4 straight possessions. They outgained South Carolina 371-76 in the second half. So really just the tide was turned, but you wonder, like, if they don't go for it on that 4th down at midfield on the first drive and you punt the ball and you give it to South Carolina, is the outcome of this game totally different?
Yeah, I mean, very, very, very likely. Yeah.
But prior to Saturday, teams in the SEC were 0-286 since 2004 when trailing by 27 points or more.
I mean, if you're South Carolina and you make history, the wrong side of history like that, that's what leads to firing your head coach, and that's exactly what happened after this game. As Shane Beamer is now looking for a new job.
Yeah, but and look, this was kind of a revenge game for A&M too. South Carolina beat A&M pretty handily last year at the end of the season and kind of sent A&M into a tailspin when before that game they were kind of on the verge of maybe making the postseason. So there was a revenge element to this. Like the bottom line is you just got to figure out ways to win. And when you're staring at 30-3, the clock is kind of your biggest nemesis there, right? And I mean, you just score on 4 straight and figure out. But here's another thing too: they get the lead 31-30, and there's like 5 minutes left. They're on the 1-yard line, and they decide to run a trick play where Reed goes wide left. They throw a backwards pass to him from the running back. It's a fumble. South Carolina picks it up. And now all of a sudden, because you're trying to be running all these trick plays when you really don't need it, you're already up. South Carolina has a chance to go win the game. They moved the ball a little bit, but then back-to-back sacks by A&M put them in 4th and long, and they were able to secure the win. But why are you running a play like that when you've battled back from 30-3? You lead 31-30. There's 5 minutes left. You got the ball at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be cute.
I mean, that's like, yeah, you've dominated that entire second half. There's no reason to be cute. Just line it up, run it in, and extend the lead. Like, you don't, like, you're dominating. All the momentum is on your side. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, that one was really kind of just like, what? Like, you've done all this, and now you're just going to be, here, South Carolina, go ahead, take another chance to try to beat us. I didn't understand that play. It did end up working out. Did you see the issue with the South Carolina wide receiver and the police officer?
Sure did. And I don't know what that police officer was thinking. I mean, South Carolina just scored. He ran up the tunnel. Looked like he might have hurt himself a little bit. Ran up the tunnel. 2 of his other guys go to check on him. They're walking back to the field, and this jackwagon just decides he's just going to try to walk right through him. What's he doing?
But it wasn't that he just walked through him. Like,
he gives him like a forearm, and then he turns around and yells at him. Like, go away, sir. Like, what are you doing?
Like, I could see maybe if you accidentally walked into them. But then, like, the way he stopped and, like, was kind of yelling at them a little bit after it happened, like, what is going on?
Well, why is he walking up the tunnel?
I don't know that either. Like, I don't know. They walked really far down the tunnel after the play, but it did look like he had injured himself a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think they were going to check him out. And then they're all 3 coming down together. And
Well,
I don't know why all of a
why is
sudden
the cop going up there while they're coming
he's
out?
walking straight down the middle too.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Just kind of a bizarre scene, but